The film First Blood was released in 1982. It is an action and drama movie directed by Ted Kotcheff and starring Sylvester Stallone, who also co-wrote the screenplay. Based on the novel First Blood by David Morrell, the film marked the beginning of one of the most iconic action franchises in cinema history. The movie premiered on October 22, 1982, and became a worldwide success, grossing over $125 million. The character of Rambo became a symbol of resilience, strength, and tragedy, catapulting Stallone to international stardom. Following the success of the first installment, several sequels were produced, taking the character in a more warlike and spectacular direction. Altogether, the franchise has grossed over $1 billion worldwide, making it one of the most profitable and emblematic action series ever created. Sylvester Stallone was born in 1946 in New York City and is currently 79 years old. From an early age, he showed interest in film and writing, although his beginnings were far from easy. During his childhood, he suffered partial facial paralysis due to complications at birth, which affected his speech and expressions, traits that would later become trademarks of his acting style. Before achieving fame, he worked in various jobs and went through difficult times. His breakthrough came in 1976 with the film Rocky, which he wrote in just 3 days, inspired by a Muhammad Ali boxing match. Stallone insisted on playing the lead role, even though the studios wanted a more established actor. His persistence paid off, and from that moment, his career took off dramatically. During the 1980s, he cemented his status as a major action star with the creation of another legendary character, John Rambo, a Vietnam veteran struggling with his inner demons and the injustices of his country. The Rambo saga, which began in 1982 with First Blood, became a multi-million-dollar franchise and defined the archetype of the lone action hero of that era. Throughout that decade, he also starred in films such as Cobra, Over the Top, Demolition Man, and Cliffhanger. Although some were criticized, they kept him among the world's highest-grossing actors. In his personal life, Stallone has been married several times. First to Sasha Chak, with whom he had his 2 sons. Later to actress Brigitte Nielsen, in a turbulent 2-year marriage. And since 1997 to Jennifer Flavin, mother of his 3 daughters, Sophia, Sistine, and Scarlett. In 2022, Flavin filed for divorce after years of rumors about marital problems, but the couple reconciled weeks later and currently live together in Florida, where they appear with their daughters in the reality show The Family Stallone, broadcast by Paramount. In 2015, he returned to the Rocky universe in Creed, portraying the veteran trainer of Apollo Creed's son, a performance that earned him a Golden Globe Award and an Oscar nomination. In recent years, Stallone has remained active in both film and television. In 2023, he released the Netflix documentary Sly, where he reflects on his life, mistakes, and legacy. At 79, Stallone continues to be a symbol of discipline, perseverance, and hard work, a figure who transcended cinema to become synonymous with resilience and personal triumph. Richard Donald Crenna was born in 1926 in Los Angeles, California. From a young age, he showed an interest in acting and began his career in radio during the 1930s. Over time, he transitioned to television, where he established himself as a versatile performer capable of moving effortlessly between comedy and drama. His first major recognition came with the series Our Miss Brooks in 1952, where he played the nervous yet endearing teacher Walter Denton. Throughout his career, Crenna was known as a low-profile yet highly respected actor within the industry. The role that brought him international fame came with Colonel Samuel Troutman, the mentor and father figure of John Rambo. His performance balanced military toughness with the compassion of a man who understood the suffering of war veterans, making him an essential figure within the saga's universe. His line, "God would have mercy, but Rambo won't," remains one of the most memorable quotes in action film history. Beyond Rambo, Richard Crenna worked in a wide variety of films. He was married for more than 40 years to Penny Sweeney Crenna, with whom he had 3 children. Away from the spotlight, he stayed clear of scandals and was admired for his calm personality, strong work ethic, and commitment to humanitarian causes. Richard Crenna passed away in 2003 at the age of 76 due to pancreatic cancer. Bill McKinney was born in 1931 in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and was one of those character actors who, without ever being a Hollywood superstar, left an unforgettable mark through the strength and realism of his performances. During his youth, he served in the U.S. Navy, an experience that shaped his disciplined and rugged character, traits he would later project on screen. After returning home, he studied dramatic arts at the Pasadena Playhouse in California. His intimidating appearance and deep voice made him a natural fit for roles as villains or rural men, and he soon began working in television during the 1960s and 1970s in series such as Gunsmoke, Bonanza, and The Virginian. His major breakthrough in cinema came in 1972 with the film Deliverance, directed by John Borman. In 1982, McKinney shone again on the big screen with his portrayal of Captain Kern in First Blood. His character, part of the police force pursuing Rambo, fit perfectly with his image of a tough authority figure, solidifying his place within the action genre. Throughout his career, Bill McKinney worked alongside major Hollywood figures and became one of Clint Eastwood's favorite supporting actors. Outside of film, McKinney led a quiet life. He was a lover of nature and, in his later years, also devoted himself to country music, recording several songs as a singer and showing a lesser-known artistic side of his personality. During the 2000s, he continued to appear in independent films and television productions, remaining active until shortly before his death in 2011 at the age of 80 from esophageal cancer. Jack Starrett was born in 1936 in Refugio, Texas, and was an American actor and director remembered for his rugged looks, deep voice, and commanding on-screen presence. Throughout his career, he appeared in numerous films and television series, often portraying tough characters, cops, soldiers, or villains, making him one of the most recognizable faces of action in Western cinema. Before fully dedicating himself to cinema, Jack Starrett worked a variety of jobs and lived a modest life. He moved to California in search of opportunities, where he began his career as a supporting actor. His most memorable role came in 1982 when he portrayed Sergeant Arthur Galt, the authoritarian police officer who provokes the first confrontation with John Rambo, setting off the film's main conflict. Although his screen time was brief, his performance was crucial in establishing the tone of the movie, and his character remains etched in the memory of action film fans for its brutality and realism. Jack was married to actress Valerie Starrett, with whom he shared several projects throughout his career. Among his colleagues, he was known for his straightforward personality and sarcastic sense of humor, as well as his love for motorcycles and the outdoors. He passed away in 1989 at the age of 52 due to liver failure. David Stephen Caruso was born in 1956 in New York City. His acting career began in the late 1970s with small roles in television and film. During the 1980s, he started gaining recognition for his talent in portraying intense characters, often appearing in supporting roles as police officers or criminals. His early film and television work eventually led him to one of his first notable roles in 1982, when he played Mitch Rogers, a young police officer in the small town of Hope, Oregon, as part of Sheriff Teasel's team in First Blood. His character is one of the few who shows a degree of empathy toward John Rambo. Although it was a secondary role, it gave him visibility within the industry and placed him on the radar of directors and producers who recognized his natural on-screen presence. Caruso's true rise to fame came in television with the hit series NYPD Blue, which premiered in 1993. However, his sudden departure from the show after just one season created controversy and marked a difficult turning point in his career. In 2002, he returned to the top with the hugely successful series CSI Miami, where he portrayed the charismatic Lieutenant Horatio Kane, a role that became iconic thanks to his distinctive delivery, calm demeanor, and trademark sunglasses gesture. In his personal life, David Caruso has had a very public romantic history. He has been married 3 times and has 3 children. He has also been involved in high-profile relationships with actresses and models, some of which led to legal disputes over custody and support. Despite these ups and downs, he has maintained a reserved and professional public image. After CSI Miami ended in 2012, Caruso decided to retire from acting. Since then, he has devoted himself to real estate investments and art, leading a quiet life away from the spotlight, mainly between Florida and California. Although he has not returned to the screen, his television legacy remains strong. He is remembered as one of the most recognizable faces of modern police dramas and a key figure in the expansion of the CSI franchise. At 69 years old, David Caruso enjoys a discreet life, free from recent scandals, with a secure place in television history thanks to his unmistakable style, measured voice, and intense gaze that made him a pop culture icon of the early 2000s.